This is the morning edition of the Daily Weather Briefing video. This is for Wednesday, the 25th of January. I'm James Spann. The weather gradually improving across Alabama today after a very wet and windy overnight period. Let's begin with the upper air look and talk about what's to come. The trough that produced the wind and the rain is progressive. That will be moving eastward today. This is the radar composite early this morning, doing this update live at 5:10. And you can see that line of heavier showers and storms pushing through the southeastern corner of Alabama and parts of the Florida Panhandle. Here's a look at the single-site radar. And again, you can see we've got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect early this morning for parts of southeast Alabama, that band of heavier showers and storms coming through Ozark, Enterprise, and Geneva. That will be in Dothan soon. And also it's coming through parts of the Florida Panhandle. In fact, let's stop it real quick and take a look at some of the specific warnings here. You can see parts of Coffee and Geneva and Dale counties under a severe thunderstorm warning. And there's going to be some pretty strong winds with that line segment coming through. And again, that'll be coming through Dothan probably around 5:30, 5:45 this morning. So if you're in Houston or Henry counties, that's what's headed your way. Down in the Florida Panhandle, we note a tornado warning that is in effect here, and this is going to be in effect this morning for about the next 18 minutes. That's going to be in effect until 5:30. This is for parts of southeastern Walton County. A possible tornado is located near Santa Rosa Beach, moving northeast, and that line will be sweeping down through 30A, Laguna Beach down toward Panama City Beach here fairly soon. But again, that is what's sweeping through the southeastern corner of the state early this morning and parts of the Florida Panhandle. Had some tornado warnings out for parts of Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia counties earlier this morning. I've heard of no major structural damage so far. Saw some trees and lines down with that. But again, the rain will be ending. This big batch of rain will be ending across the state fairly soon. So temperatures are in the 50s for most of North Alabama this morning. We have 60s for Mobile and Dothan. These numbers could actually come down a little bit during the day today. These will be basically your highs for today. So we still have a wind advisory in effect for most of the state. The winds during the day today will be gusty, maybe up to 30 miles an hour, not quite as windy as what we had during the night with the batch of storms, but still a breezy day today. And again, north of the state, we have winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and also parts of northern New England where the cold air sector is in place. And again, there's a tornado watch until 10 o'clock this morning for Geneva and Houston counties in Alabama and parts of the Florida Panhandle. That would include Panama City Beach, Indian Pass, Cape San Blas, Mariana, Defuniak Springs. That's technically until 10, but the line of storm should be gone by then. So this is the severe weather outlook for today. We have a slight risk. That's level 2 out of 5 from the Florida Panhandle through parts of South Georgia, then up the coast of the Carolinas. This kind of clips that southeastern corner of Alabama. But again, that line of storm should be out of Alabama by 7, 8 o'clock this morning. Tomorrow, not a single thunderstorm expected across the country, and the same thing on Friday. So this is the precipitation for the next 7 days. Rain amounts between 1 and 2 inches for much of the state. After today, the next chance of rain will be Sunday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So model fans, here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06E run, valid today at 4. There's your big trough that brought the wind and the rain. And again, by afternoon, all the lingering showers should be gone. I think the clouds will linger much of the day today, breezy at times. And again, temperatures will kind of settle into the low 50s for North Alabama, maybe upper 40s there. And temperatures dropping into the 50s for South Alabama today. This is tomorrow. It's going to be a day with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. And there might be a few flurries early in the day over the northern third of the state. So don't panic if you see a snowflake, but if that happens, we don't expect any impact. Otherwise, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. We start the day around freezing. The high will be in the upper 40s over the Tennessee Valley, 50s for most of the rest of the state. This is Friday. We're sunny. We start the day below freezing for North Alabama. High should be in the 50s. Saturday, as the weekend begins, we're still dry, very seasonal. Lows in the 30s, highs in the 50s and 60s. And then Sunday, the rain is back. After getting a few days with no rain, we'll have rain at times Sunday. Air should be stable. Don't expect any severe weather. Temperatures holding in the 50s for much of the state. And again, that should move on by pretty quickly. And then Monday of next week, at this point, the weather looking relatively dry. Then we'll go to Tuesday of next week, another batch of rain beginning to move in here. And then this is a week from today, Wednesday, the 1st of February. Got this big upper load that's near El Paso. And again, that looks relatively wet. So at this point for next week, the idea is that we'll have a break in the rain on Monday, then more rain late Tuesday into Wednesday. Let's go out 10 days. This is Friday the 3rd. Got a pretty impressive long-wave trough coming down into the United States, and that looks dry and colder toward the end of next week. And we've seen a lot of different looks in the models in terms of how cold and how it's delivered down in here, but I think there's pretty good evidence we'll see a pretty good cold snap toward the end of next week and maybe that following weekend. We'll see. Again, the consistency has not been especially good. This is the rain for Birmingham coming off the European Ensemble. The mean a little under 4 inches between now and the 9th of February. Temperatures for Birmingham, this coming off the National Blend of Models, NBM. And again, that high today is really coming probably this morning. We could fall back to near 50 this afternoon. Highs in the 40s tomorrow. 50s for the weekend. Look at that. We could see some low 60s in here, low and mid 60s for the first half of next week. And then toward the end of next week, the NBM has the highs around 50, but I think it probably will be colder than that. We might see 40s and 20s toward the end of next week. And this is the latest 8 to 14 day guidance in the house. This is for the 1st through the 7th of February. And again, really cold up north. Temperatures here near average. And again, we'll just see how it plays out. But I do think the pattern would suggest a pretty good cold pop at some point during the first half of February. Again, too early to be specific on that. And of course, while we had the wind and the rain, they've had this going on in Arkansas, northwest Arkansas. Some pretty impressive snow falling up through there, and that's falling through parts of southeast Missouri, and that'll be moving through parts of Illinois and Indiana this morning. So, one more time, let's take a look here at the radar situation. Again, we're live here at 5:17, and we'll stop the radar. And again, you can see up here in Alabama, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect. This is going to be for Dale, Henry, Houston, Geneva counties as that line passes through. And again, they could produce strong winds. So again, if you're in Dothan, Headland, Abbeville, that's moving your way. Currently, it's come on through Enterprise. The line now stretching from near Ozark and Dale County down to Black and Geneva County. And again, we've got these tornado warnings. It's a pretty nasty-looking storm right there. In fact, let's kind of do a double on it. Again, you can see the hook that has come inland along 30A, Alice Beach, Laguna Beach, and that's going to be moving northeast. And we've had these, circulations during the night tonight. But again, that's a tornado warning that is in effect for parts of. Let me put that back on here. That's in effect for parts of Bay, Walton counties, Washington counties, and the Panhandle of Florida. That's until 5:45 Central Time this morning. That's for the next 30 minutes or so. And again, the text of the warning there, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado 12 miles northwest of Panama City Beach, moving northeast at 50. And again, you can see this area right in through there. That's what we're watching. So again, if you're in the Panhandle, just be aware of that early this morning. And again, that'll be coming through the rest of 30A down toward Panama City Beach here within the next hour or so. But again, all of that's going to be out of Alabama and moving on into southern Georgia and North Florida over toward Tifton, Valdosta, Tallahassee, and Lake City throughout the course of the morning hours. All right, got to wrap this up. Got more products here to do. That's it for the morning briefing. Headed down to Tuscaloosa today. Tuscaloosa Christian School will have the next video here by 2:30, 3 o'clock this afternoon. We have notes on the blog, alabamawx.com. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching.